All right, we are back. JBP, take 3, third podcast. Ben,
Oh yeah.
excited?
Mm-hmm.
We took a week off because I had to travel to Athens, Greece, for business of all things. And if you haven't been to Athens, it's a pretty cool place to go. You're in one of the most modern cities, and then 2 feet away you'll see something that is BC, like the Parthenon, and a lot of interesting items. So that is my Greece for today, and we're going to keep moving towards something that obviously is much more interesting. And that is our continued discussion with Ben and me. And we thank everyone for their feedback.
Yep.
We thank you for watching.
Mm-hmm.
So today we're going to talk about, and by the way, I do this on purpose. Didn't even tell Ben the subject, so because I don't think rehearse is good. Do you,
No.
Ben?
No, it's better just to do it straight up.
And you think you're ready for this?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
All right, I'm going to give a word.
All right.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Vision.
Okay.
Okay. So I'd like to ask you a couple questions about vision, but
Mhm.
that's the theme.
I like that.
So first of all, I think we should do this in 2 parts. I think we're going to ask you what your vision was when you first started, and we've been our first 2 podcasts we've talked about how you started and all that. But what was your vision at the beginning, and then what is your vision now?
All right. That's an in-depth word, but
It is.
I'm glad you brought that word up. So vision. Let's see. So when I first started, I've probably said this before in past podcasts, but when I first started, my kind of vision of it, I would say about the first month, was not like to make this anything big at all. My vision was very, I guess, like limited, if you want to say. I didn't have a big vision for JBP when I first started off, because I thought my mindset was so included that I wouldn't be able to compete with bigger companies, that I was like, okay, like, yeah, I'll probably just do this for a little bit just to make some money, and then I'll probably just stop it in a few months. That was my vision when I first started. After a few months, after I realized like how like scalable e-commerce is, or my business in particular, I kind of had like a whole new vision of new possibilities. So my vision when I first started was limited, and then once I like a few months in, I was like, okay, and my vision was expanded to see what I can really take JBP to. So I mean, my vision a few months in wasn't like crazy, but I thought like, okay, I can scale this up a good amount. This is like doable. And yeah, I guess fast forward to now.
Why don't we stop you there
Mhm.
until we get to now?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go back
Okay.
to when you first started. So one of the things that I've learned over the years, but I saw from you, and I didn't teach this to you, you did it on your own, was that sometimes you just have to start something.
Yeah, for sure.
And there are I've seen in the business world, there are so many people that have good ideas, but they just don't start.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes all you have to do is just literally get a whiteboard out or something, or buy a copier, which we talked about in one of our earlier podcasts,
Mm-hmm.
a cheap copier, and just start.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you actually start, things start happening.
Mm-hmm.
But the worst decisions many times never happen
Just
because
not
you just
starting.
don't do anything.
Exactly right.
How do you,
Yeah,
what's your experience on that?
Definitely touch on that. So, I mean, I've seen the theme of like, I guess, not starting but having a good idea come up, like, or I've just seen it many of times, and I think that's so like that's great that you brought that up, because like like you said, we see so many people nowadays, they have great ideas, but they don't think their vision, back to vision, they don't think it's possible. They have such a limited like brain, because they think like nowadays it's so easy to make money, but they think You know what I mean? Like, oh, me with this idea? No, I can't. Like, I know myself. I can't make money. So right away, you kind of cut off the possibility with that. But yeah, I mean, like, if you just start, no matter like what position you're in, especially if you start when you're young, to our young viewers out there, starting like an idea or something when you're young is probably like the best time, definitely the best time to do it, because you can take more risks because you're mostly living under your parents, stuff like that. So that's why I was like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna buy this copier, stuff like that. But yeah, I think the biggest thing is just to start. Like, I see a lot of my friends too, you know, they have great ideas. They don't know where to start, but you kind of just have to take that leap and be like, okay, what do I need to start? And then just do it. Just do it.
And just do it. I know I think Nike still uses that as a commercial, but it's true. You just do it. and I can add to that. I think is that it's going to sound a little odd what I'm about to say, but embarrassment is your friend.
Oh, for sure.
Because if you have a fear of embarrassment or a fear of failure, finish it, Ben. Finish the thought. If you have a fear of embarrassment or a fear of failure, what's going to happen?
You're going to immediately fail, or not immediately, but you're destined to fail. Or to be embarrassed just because you take that embarrassment in. I guess that's what you were looking for.
Yeah. Well, I made it open-ended on purpose, but let's just say, and I don't know what your sales were because we talked about it the first 2, 3, 4 weeks. They may have been like three things. I'm exaggerating, right?
Yeah, right.
So, not starting's one thing, but then you get to the second kind of, to me, tier is that, oh man, I got three things. This is never going to work.
Right.
I'm embarrassed. I feel I'm going to fail. I'm out.
That like we talked about in old other podcasts about like the 9 out of 10 entrepreneurs kind of drop out. Is that what we said? I think
they either drop out or it fails.
Or it fails. Yeah, that's right. So I mean, yeah, that's a huge thing. I think the two biggest things for becoming a good entrepreneur is just starting just do it, to starting your company. Just start the idea, just get it out there, like start that Shopify store, right? And then the second thing is sticking with it, staying consistent, because you see so many like kids like my age, they kind of, some kids like 50% start the idea, or I don't know those numbers, but around, like, you know what I mean, like 1 out of 3 kids actually do it, start the business, but then like 9 out of 10 of the kids don't see great numbers within like a week or two, and I guarantee you, like, again, like 9 out of 10 of those kids, like the entrepreneurs, just drop out because in the first few weeks. It's just you have to stay consistent to see numbers. But yeah.
And we're trying to keep these to 20 minutes. In the second half, we're going to talk about vision now. But I want to mention one other thing that just came to mind, and I like that we kind of freelance this instead of trying to script it, and hopefully the audience does. But I would add one last observation, that no idea is a bad idea. And I'm going to tell a real quick story from my business world. I don't want to get into what I do or anything.
Well, you can talk.
But I know, it's fine. I'm not an entrepreneur. I can never say that word. But I was in a meeting, and we were trying to figure out ideas for something. And there were about 10 people sitting around a conference room. And people were throwing out ideas. And then one person started saying to the other, "That's a stupid idea." And then someone else said, "Well, then, no, I think your idea is stupid." And we stopped, and we said, "No idea is stupid." So everyone just shut up. Excuse my French. Shut up. We're going to go around the table again. And when you know it, someone threw out an idea that was supposed to be stupid, within a week or two after that, it's now a great idea that is now going to be going up through the company. But if you do not, if you have a closed mind on things, then you may find, I can guarantee you, if Elon Musk was sitting here, what we just said, in fact, I know because I've read stuff he says, so I might be stealing a little bit from him, but no idea is stupid.
Yeah.
And so that to me is a good segue into the second half here of what we're going to talk about, your vision for the future. You know, you're at a certain level right now. I'm going to add, you know, is your goal to diversify more? Is your goal to add product? Is your goal to get into another business line off of JBP? It's kind of under the guise of no idea is stupid. Like, I'm sure your mind, again, we have not talked about this, but I'm sure your mind's kind of all over the place right now, always thinking, like, how do I upscale, or how do I diversify? How do I add? And if you have a closed mind, you'll just be adding another one of these.
Right.
These are great. I'm just saying, all right, all of a sudden I'm putting just a little red there.
You can hold it up too if you want.
All right.
So they can see it better.
But what I'm saying is, like, okay, here, this is a great plate. This is awesome. Yeah, if I put a little red there and a star here, all right. Well, then, you know, you're closed-minded.
Right.
Because, it's all right.
Exactly.
But maybe, you know, you take that and you have an idea, whatever. So, so talk about the future.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm going to say this. I'm not going to completely. I have a pretty vivid, like, vision of what I want to kind of do in the, like, upcoming, like, near future, like, next year or so. But I'm not going to say it exactly on the podcast because, you know, there's a lot of this video's public, so you know what I mean. I don't want people.
You're smarter than I thought you were.
Exactly stealing my ideas, but I'm gonna try
Talk
to
in general terms.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna try to say as much as I can without exposing everything. But I mean, yeah, pretty much like you said. Like, yeah, I'd consider myself pretty open-minded with the business. Back to the thing with just adding a few things on, like, the plate and calling a day. Like, yeah, I definitely kind of think outside the box with products, which I think is what made JVP, like, pretty successful. You know what I mean? It's whatever you determine successful to be. But, yeah, like, I've added brand new products that have kind of taken over the decal game, and every other, like, I was the first one to add a few products that other companies just, like, have on their site, which is fine. Like, we kind of we have to eat off each other, if that makes sense. But I mean, yeah, like, I definitely I think I have a pretty open mind with products. And back to, like, the vision part, I think, you know, I'm not gonna probably stick with JB, like, just e-bike decals. All right, yeah, just e-bike decals for, like, the whole rest of my life. Obviously the e-bike market is growing like crazy. But you know, I always want to try new things, and I'm always, like I kind of said, like, my mind is always running. Like, at night, like, I always am thinking about the future, the vision, so of this company. But pretty much, yeah. Back to the vision part. In the future, I think I'm going to try to expand into dirt bike decals, because there's a big market with that. Like dirt bike motocross racing, if you guys know what that is. And then the printers that I have can print full-size graphics for these dirt bikes. So I want to, kind of the vision is to focus on maybe, or not change, but create, like, another segment, almost another, like, site, but kind of under the JVP terms of full wrap kits, like, for full dirt bikes, to try to focus on those higher ticket items. So yeah, that's the goal, you know what I mean? I'm looking to get another, I've been thinking about getting another printer, maybe rent out a place in the near future instead of just working in my basement. My basement's great, but you know what I mean? Then I can really open up more doors to employees, stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, that's the general vision.
And that's under, I guess I like sayings tonight. If you're not growing, you're going backwards.
That's exactly right. Because other people are just ahead of you at that point.
Right.
I mean, people are just taking ideas off you left and right. You won't even know.
Right. At some point, I do have to say this because I used to be a lawyer. I guess I still practice, so. But I do have to say at some point, if you have something that is very unique, you patent it.
That's exactly right.
Right?
Yeah.
We have not done that. You have not done that. I talk about we.
Definitely
you
don't.
do 90% of this business, 95%.
Right.
But I help you a little bit.
No, you help me with the LLC and
A
stuff
little
like
bit.
that.
But if you have such a unique, and this is for our younger audience out here too, and even maybe a somewhat of older audience that don't think about this, but you got to protect yourself, and that's getting a patent. If you've got
Kind of tell them what a patent is if you want to explain it. I can too.
Sure. So a couple ways to protect your property or your ideas, or if you have something physical,
like
this is physical. You could patent this because
I couldn't patent that because that's I bought that plate off a different company and I produced the decal. But yeah, you can keep going. So say you have or I'll pick up real quick. Say you have like a really unique idea. Usually people get patents in e-commerce, which is like physical products. So if you have a really unique idea or product, for example, like a really unique chair, like design, you can here if you want to finish it.
Well, you can patent, and it's pretty easy to patent. You can literally now go to LegalZoom. I do not work for them, but they're a really good online company where you can do this pretty cheaply, and you can protect your ideas because you don't want them getting stolen. Now, like what Ben said here, these are generic enough where they wouldn't be patent. But then I just want to make another real quick remark. For the audience, they're also called service marks and trademarks, which are if you have designs. This would fall under a service mark or trademark, but specific designs, not hard patent things, but written designs that you want to protect. Then you would do the same thing. You would service mark it, which means no one else can use it.
Yep.
And we have not service marked this.
No.
But
yeah, and then finishing up patent. If you do get it patented, like a product or whatever, like a logo or something, and someone else like kind of copies it, you can basically sue them or something like that, right? Yeah.
Yeah. What you can do is tell them to cease and desist. If they don't, you can start taking have them made by the court to cease and desist, and you also they might be liable for damages, lost profits that you've lost because they stole your idea.
That's exactly right.
I don't want to get too deep into this,
Yeah.
but it's crazy. China, I'll call it China right now, but China is known for literally doing just sweeps of products and everything in America and other countries. And what they see, they'll take and they'll just
instantly
don't care. And it's very hard to go against
factories
China.
in China, yeah.
To do a patent, it's going to get protected. It does protect against China, but how are you going to enforce it?
That's exactly right.
So always be aware of that too.
Yeah. Okay. You want to finish up on the last?
Let's finish up.
note?
We're getting towards 20 minutes, so finish up, buddy.
I mean,
What do you got?
I mean, let's see. Do you have another question for me, or should I think of something?
Well, we can. I have questions for you all day and night.
All right, I can. No, I have a little idea. So, half these people watching are probably they're trying to get inspiration to start their own business.
So they want me to dance?
They
want me to dance?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
But so maybe I'll just give you guys kind of like bouncing off like the theme of how you guys can really start. So I'll just kind of walk you guys through like a 3-minute kind of overview of how I would, after being over a year of a somewhat successful entrepreneur, how I would go about like starting. If it's like a clothing brand, e-commerce, which is like a physical. Well, I think clothing brand actually does follow. Goes under e-commerce, but pretty much if you're selling like a physical product or something like that, I would definitely like do some good research on what you want to do, kind of like e-commerce as a general, and just the background of everything. But where a lot of people kind of fail and not start is they do too much research. So, you know what I mean? Get a good basis of research of your product, the market, stuff like that. And I'd say spend anywhere between a week to a month researching. Just research in general. Then, after you're ready to start, because I would highly advise you to start no matter, again, because there's no bad idea. Once you're ready to start, my personal favorite kind of application for e-commerce and stuff like that is Shopify. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. So I definitely go on Shopify. They walk you through everything, pretty easy. It's like the first month it's free too. So I mean, you can really start with not a lot of money, depending on what you want to do. But yeah, definitely go on Shopify. It's really easy to set up. I set it up in a day, literally a day when I knew nothing about Shopify and business about a year ago. And then from there, I would just definitely create social media accounts to advertise and market your kind of, what is it called? Product, yep. And then from there, I just stay consistent with posting on TikTok, Instagram, stuff like that. And you can start with organic advertising, which is just posting videos without paying for them to be kind of boosted up in views and stuff. So you can just start organically. You can just post videos like maybe once a day if you're committed, and just stay consistent with that and make trendy videos, see what other people are posting. And then, you can just kind of build up your site to make it look pleasing. And you should, if you stay consistent with posting and maybe run a few ads, you should get a few sales, see what the customer base wants, and then scale up from there. But that's kind of how you start, how I'd start if I had to restart everything.
Excellent. That was very interesting. I learned some things there too.
Yeah.
So
and
let
us know if you guys want more like information wise, like kind of education, like entrepreneurial education podcast more than just talking in general. So let us know what you guys think if you guys were watching till now in the comments. But continue on.
I think we're wrapping up. I think this is very good, a good free form.
Yep.
We are trying to pride ourselves in not having a set agenda in practice. We're just trying to free form and talk. So hopefully you're enjoying this. And until next time, which will be fairly soon, although we're taking off soon for Thanksgiving. We might have to go to the UK.
Yeah, we might be out for a week, but we are going to try to stay consistent.
Yep.
Hopefully we'll be able to post once a week. I know we haven't posted for about 2 weeks, but we'll try to stay consistent for you guys, for the viewers watching. We don't have a lot, but
I know you people crave it, and if you like it, please tell other people.
Yes,
we enjoy it, and this might sound trite, but it's actually fun to actually think that someone out there's learning something.
Right. Even if one person, you know what I mean, like start Shopify from this podcast, it's a total win for us. And it's even a win to just be here, be in this position. Very blessed to be in this position to even have this knowledge and talk about this.
I agree.
With my dad, with a roof over our head. But
very, very well put. With Thanksgiving coming up, because we won't, we might do one before Thanksgiving. We probably will. We'll talk about Thanksgiving a little bit there and things. But thank everyone out there, and again, if you like it, share it with some other people. Share it with your parents if you're a younger kid. And if you have any questions, we'd love to get back to
we'll
you.
definitely reply to comments if you guys have any questions about anything. And if you guys know me, feel free to ask me any questions. I'm always up to talking about this stuff. So,
All right, cool. We're going to call it a wrap. I'm going to dance it off. What did I see today? Oh, they were doing this at the NFL games. And then a little bit this, going down the stairway.